Ladies and gentlemen, sports history is made here this week, Hershey, Pennsylvania, in a game in which Wilt Chamberlain threw in 36 field goals, 28 fouls for a total of 100 points. This is just absolutely incredible. I'd like you to meet and congratulate Wilt Chamberlain. So let's bring him on.
This is Wilt Chamberlain. On March 2nd, 1962, he scored 100 points, the most in NBA history. Unfortunately, there is no footage of the game, but there are many historical accounts and a radio broadcast. Wilt dwarfed the other players of the 60s, standing a staggering 7'1", 275 pounds. He was unstoppable, leading the league with 50.4 points per game and 39.5 shot attempts while playing every minute of every single game. His 100-point game started like any other, with coach of the Warriors Frank McGuire recalling no special game plan. But as it went on, it was clear Wilt was dominating. He finished out the first quarter with 23 points and ended the half with 41. Part of the reason why was Knicks starting center Phil Jordan, who stood a close 6'10", was not playing with the flu. Without their only chance of slowing down Wilt, the Knicks quickly fell behind, as 6'8", 210-pound Cleveland Bucky Buckner and 6'10", 220-pound Darryl Imhoff did not stand a chance. During halftime, the game plan shifted when Guy Rodgers, the second-best player behind Wilt, suggested they see how many points Wilt could get. With the new game plan, Wilt scored 28 points in the third quarter, leaving him with 69 going into the fourth. In the fourth quarter, the team aspect started to break down as the Warriors players passed the ball to Wilt and watched him score. With 8 minutes left, Wilt scored his 79th point, which was a then NBA record, but he wasn't done yet. He had his mind set on 100. In an effort to stop Wilt from reaching his goal, the Knicks started intentionally fouling other players on the team, forcing them to shoot free throws instead of letting Wilt score. Additionally, on offense, the Knicks stalled out the entire shot clock. At 4 minutes, the Warriors fouled back, stopping the clock and getting back possession. This cycle continued for the last 4 minutes of the game and didn't resemble anything like a normal free-flowing basketball game, as refs stopped the game every 10 seconds for a new foul call. In total, the last few minutes of the game took almost 20 minutes. With 46 seconds left, Wilt finally scored his 100th point on a reverse dunk. Here is a render of what him scoring his 100th point would have looked like.
Throws long to Chamberlain. He's got it. He's trying to get up. He shoots. No good. The rebound, Luckenbill. Back to Chamberlain. He shoots up. No good. In and out. The rebound, Luckenbill. Back to Rucklick. Into Chamberlain. He made it. He made it. A zipper dunk. He made it. The fans are all over the floor. They stopped the game. People are running out on the court. 100 points for Wilt Chamberlain.
The Warriors won on the back of Wilt's 100 points on 36 of 63 from the field and 28 of 32 from the free throw line, setting numerous records for most shot attempts, most made shots, and, obviously, most points. For his accomplishments, Wilt was celebrated on the news, invited on talk shows, and even by his opponents, as Knicks guard Richie Guerin said that Wilt had earned every point and that it was impressive that he hit 28 free throws. Even today, Wilt is celebrated, as here are some example posts of people showing their appreciation for his accomplishment. Now I want to take a look at a game that happened earlier this year on March 10th, where Bam Adebayo of the Miami Heat scored 83 points.
Heat looking for their 37th win of the season. 8.5 left, first quarter. Here comes Bam again against Starr. He slammed it through.
And now he's playing with so much confidence.
Sick'em. Yes! And the foul! I say only because the Heat have felt like a dominant team tonight. Lead ahead by only 12. Bam spinning on soft and putting it down. 38 in the first half for Captain Bam. Wizards finally doubled Bam on that last play. Here he comes again. There he is again. 52 for Bam. Oh, Drew Smith stole it. There it is. A new Heat record. 62 for Bam Adebayo.
The fourth quarter is where it gets controversial, as every time down the floor it seemed like Bam Adebayo was either taking a shot or getting fouled.
Great respect to let him play. History of the NBA. Now 3. Bam. He gets fouled.
In fact, in the final 51 seconds that Bam was on the floor, between the two teams, there was 8 fouls, including 4 intentional fouls by the Miami Heat in an effort to get Bam the ball back. Bam Adebayo's 83-point game was staggeringly similar to Wilt Chamberlain's 100-point game. Both teams won by more than 20 points. Both players scored a ton of points. They attempted a ton of free throws, and they were both force-fed the ball in the fourth quarter to try to see how many points they could score. In fact, in the fourth quarter, both teams intentionally fouled the other team to try to get the ball back to their star player. While Wilt's game is celebrated, Bam Adebayo's was heavily criticized by the media, players, and the NBA community. In fact, here are some examples of criticism he got.
83 from Bam Adebayo.
Let me just say this, 83 points is impressive, but it gets to a point where you have to respect the game. And I think there was moments in this game where it was not respected, but you always say on certain things just have an asterisk by it. I'm putting an asterisk by this one.
Did you see Bam had 83 tonight? And does that give you any inspiration to go for some of the bigger scoring numbers in league history?
Yeah, I saw. I think we're playing a league where there's plenty of inspiration to look up to. But yeah, I saw.
Yeah.
Did you see that Bam Adebayo had 83 points?
They told me when I came in here. I don't really care.
To me, it was like a 66-point game masquerading as an 83-point game. He probably should have been, subbed out early fourth. I thought it was.
I agree.
The 83 part of it was a little fake, but I mean, if Bam Adebayo scored like 66 points and played 3.5 quarters, it's basically what he did do, and like that was incredible to me.
Let's look at NBA Twitter. I think 40-something free throws for one person is ridiculous. Bam Adebayo's 83-point game is not legit. I had to watch Bam Adebayo's fake 83-point game. The most fake Bam Adebayo 83-point game I've seen. Bam Adebayo's 83-point game doesn't compare to Kobe Bryant's 81. Bam's 83 was artificial, fraudulent, hypocritical, and a complete indictment of Heat culture. The fourth quarter wasn't basketball. Kind of sad to watch, honestly. The fourth quarter was pretty much free throws and the Heat purposely fouling to get ball to Bam. Bam Adebayo's game was criticized because he played a bad team in the Wizards. He got force-fed the ball and took a lot of shots. He shot a lot of free throws. He didn't get subbed out when they were up 20 late in the game, and that his team intentionally fouled the other team in an effort to get him the ball back. All of these things could have been said about Wilt Chamberlain's game, but they weren't. Wilt Chamberlain's 100-point game became a legend because people allowed it to be one. Today, performances like Bam Adebayo's 83-point game are picked apart, criticized, and overlooked. Somewhere along the way, sports fans stopped celebrating greatness and started expecting it. In an era where every moment is compared, criticized, and instantly replaced by the next headline, nothing feels historic anymore, even when it probably should. It doesn't just apply to basketball, it applies to all of us in our everyday lives. People don't celebrate moments anymore, they rush past them. People are always so focused on what comes next that they never appreciate what they've already accomplished. Some achievements deserve to be celebrated, even if they are just the small things. As I approach graduation on the 15th, I'm going to focus on all the things I accomplished over the past 4 years and how I'm a better person today than I was when I stepped on the campus as a freshman. Thank you. This is the end of my video.